quiz. Which American director has been the most prominent over the past 50 years? Steven Spielberg? No. George Lucas? Guess again. Michael Bay? Okay, now I'm just messing with you. The answer might surprise you because the guy I'm talking about is Woody Allen. Allen has made virtually one film a year since 1967, and at the age of 80, he doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. With 16 Oscar screenplay nominations to his name, that's more than any other writer. The next is Billy Wilder with only 4.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
So what is it about Woody Allen that makes him so successful? While it could be that he writes great lead roles for women, or that he has found a groove and is stuck with it, I think the answer lies in the year 1977. Because in the year 1977, Allen released Annie Hall. And with the release of Annie Hall, cinema would never be the same.
What are you doing?
Honey, there's a spider in your bathroom the size of a Buick.
What Citizen Kane did for cinematography, Annie Hall did for the romantic comedy genre. A genre that had become so stuck in the rut of lifeless and mundane repetition, Allen completely revolutionized through his changes to the genre's narrative structure. Our running definition of a romantic comedy is, in its simplest terms, a movie about how a boy meets, loses, and regains a girl. One way that Allen changes the narrative structure through his film is that he creates his lead male character vastly different than anyone before him. For 40 years, the lead male of the romantic comedy was tall, handsome, well-spoken, and everything in between. We started with the likes of Clark Gable, and then came Woody Allen. Gregory Peck to Woody Allen. Cary Grant to Woody Allen. Rock Hudson, okay, you get the picture. Everything that these characters were, Allen was not. Yet, that's not necessarily a bad thing. With Allen being this way, it allows for him to be more relatable. He becomes the man in the relationship that all of us guys have been. In keeping true with the trends of the new American cinema, that is, to be as realistic as possible, Allen follows suit. Allen even recognizes this within himself. Here's a scene to showcase that.
Once in a while, every
What's
now.
your name?
I'm Robert Redford.
Come on.
Albie Singer. It was nice.
Allen makes a joke because he knows he looks nothing like Robert Redford. Redford would be a great cast for a rom-com, and Allen is not so much. So while Gregory Peck is saving a princess from boredom, and Clark Gable is inheriting a lot of money, Allen is too busy worried about whether or not his girlfriend goes to see her therapist.
Do you know what a hostile gesture that is to me?
The biggest way that Allen changes the romantic comedy genre with Annie Hall is how he tells his story. For starters, it doesn't really follow any sort of linear form. The first scene is Allen addressing the camera, telling you exactly what's going to happen, not leaving anything for surprises. The first scene that we see Allen in a normal time and space, he and Annie are already together and are already arguing. Yet Allen breaks this and shows us when they first meet 20 minutes into the film. In the old style of Hollywood rom-coms, the introduction of main characters is through what's called a meet cute. This can be meeting while playing hooky and maybe being a little tipsy, having a witty altercation on a bus, or anything of the sort. In other words, a meet cute is the kind of story that you'd want to tell your kids about. And yet Allen completely ditches that idea for his film. And the most prominent way that Allen breaks from the old mold is that he leaves the most bitter taste in your mouth. While part of the definition of rom-com is the boy has to lose the girl, he eventually regains her, like this, or this. However, Allen doesn't do that. He ends with Annie and Albie going their separate ways, probably never to see each other ever again. This is completely different than what anyone had done before, yet it influenced so many other movies like The Breakup or 500 Days of Summer, or this past summer's Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Allen completely revolutionized the romantic comedy genre, and he did so brilliantly. So the next time you think about the most influential filmmakers and names like Stanley Kubrick, or Steven Spielberg, or even Orson Welles get brought up, just remember that amongst all of the arguing and bickering, Woody Allen will still be here, and he'll still be making movies.
Look, here's my point. If nothing lasts, why am I bothering to make films or do anything for that matter?
We enjoy your films, particularly the early funny ones.